Hello there, this is another Conjuringverse video, the second one, and this one is about the Annabelles. In case you haven't watched the first video, the Conjurathon is me watching all of the Conjuringverse movies and telling you my opinions about it. So without further ado, let's go to the Annabelle movies. We had 3 Annabelle movies in the franchise, but since the third is the newest one, I'll do a separate video about it. So we'll talk about Annabelle and Annabelle creation. Annabelle was first introduced as a secondary villain in the first Conjuring movie. It's a creepy doll. The movie starts with the Warrens taking the doll and encasing it in their Museum of Horrors that is in their basement in their house. And we also have a subplot of Annabelle trying to possess their daughter throughout the Conjuring movie. In Annabelle, the first movie, it's a prequel. We're back to the 60s, and this is the story of how the Annabelle doll ended in the hands of the 2 girls in Conjuring. Of course, it's not about the 2 girls, it's not about how Annabelle got in their possession. It's before that. We're in the 60s in California, as I said, and we have this couple who lives in the suburbs. It's very happy. The wife is pregnant, the husband is a doctor, and since the wife is a doll collector, he has bought her as a present the Annabelle doll. Next to them, there lives a couple that are not so happy. Their daughter, named Annabelle, has run away to join a cult. However, one very fateful night, the daughter and her boyfriend get back home and they kill her parents. And they also assault the couple, our main couple. The police comes on time and kills them. However, we have a drop of blood from the crazy cultist Annabelle falling onto the doll. So that's how we get the possession, or so we thought, because there is also another movie about Annabelle, but I'll get to that later. After that, the couple moves to an apartment block, and then we have a tribute to Rosemary's Baby, with a lot of Conjuring tropes thrown in it. We have doors opening and closing, the door levitating, we have lots of demonic stuff and possession, and the demon wants to take your soul, etc, etc. It's not a great movie. It's considered to be one of the weaker in the franchise, and I can see why. It's all over the place, it's fun, it's very well made, very well directed. As with most of the Conjuring movies, the production values are very good, the photography and the sound design are amazing, and that's always a saving grace for every Conjuring movie in my opinion. It's kind of fun but messy at the same time. In this one we have some blood and gore, yes, but it's one of the same stuff. It's not annoyingly bad, to be honest, but it's not great. Let's go to my unpopular opinion, and my popular opinion is about the second movie, Annabelle Creation, which is a prequel to a prequel. We're in the 50s and we have a doll maker making Annabelle, but the evening he made the first Annabelle doll, and it was supposed to be the first in 100 of them, his daughter dies in a car accident. So we flash forward some years and he makes his house an orphanage. His wife is disabled, and the nun that is accompanying the orphans, she knows the nuns from the Nun movie. And that's where the movie lost me. Because, let's be fair, at this point, the whole Annabelle Conjuring franchise has become overly complicated and full of backstory. I don't say that the prequel to a prequel is bad. I mean, there is always For a Few Dollars More, which is a prequel to For a Few Dollars. And then we have the third prequel to a prequel to a prequel movie, The Good, the Bad and the Ugly, and it's amazing. So I won't say that the prequel to a prequel is bad. However, the Annabelle mythos is becoming so convoluted in this movie that even the great direction can't help it. Don't get me wrong, Annabelle Creation is a great movie, it's very well directed, but at the same time the way it ties to the whole Annabelle mythos is really tiring for me. And please, just don't go into the ending of the movie and how it ties to the first Annabelle movie, because at this point I have no words for it. I think that they jumped the shark with this one, and how everything is explained. It stops feeling organic. It stops feeling like that the Conjuring movies is about where the Warrens investigate the hauntings and the possessions. It's about, I don't know, 15 people knowing each other and getting assaulted by demons. It starts to make all suspension of disbelief very, very hard. And I have to say, I fell asleep halfway through the movie, so maybe that's why I didn't enjoy it as much as many other people. But I can say that the direction is great, the lighting is great, there are some very good scare scenes halfway through the movie. After the second half of the movie, okay, the plot is implausible, and it gets the mythos very, very convoluted, but I can say that I have to give this movie another chance, because I think on my first viewing I was very drowsy. Conjurathon is a very draining experience and I didn't enjoy it that much. So that was my opinion about the Annabelle movies. They're not great, they're not bad either. The second one may be good, but I didn't feel like that, and I've explained why. Maybe I'm doing a disservice. Our next Conjurathon video will be about those two bad girls, the Nun and La Llorona. Thank you very much for listening. If you like this video, please like it, subscribe it, share it, and I'll see you around. Have fun!